What up? What up? What up? Trying to see if this thing is gonna fit with this newly acquired back seat. I don't have faith that it will. I feel like I'm gonna have to cut it and take all that off. Could be wrong, but so quick little update. Trying to load everything up. We're gonna head to Cecil tomorrow to do some testing. We are all 100% here. I'm just trying to get all the coolant out. I've done put probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably like 12 quarts of distilled water in there to get the coolant out per World Cup rules. So still trying to do that, but other than that, I mean, it's ready to go in the trailer. So going to run it a little bit more, let the water pump run, let it get up to temperature, make sure that it don't need any more water, and then it's good to go in there. Everything went good with the trans. First drive was good. Didn't really do too much wide open throttle stuff. I just kind of did like part throttle. Sent a log to Lund. They said everything is good, so we will see how it acts tomorrow night. I don't really have any complaints about how anything's gone together or anything has went bad. So I think we're in pretty good shape to go to Cecil and test. Hopefully come home and wash it, go over everything one time on the lift, and then put it back in the trailer. Hopefully drive down to World Cup Sunday night, get some food, get some groceries, get the bus stocked up kinda, and then sleep down there and get in line Monday morning. So I will be saying a prayer tonight that testing goes good. I think if we can make a couple laps tomorrow on wastegate. I plan to do first hit on wastegate, no controller at all. I've always wondered what it ran on wastegate. I've never really had a for sure time. I think I know, but even from like day one, I don't think I've ever been in the track and just went on wastegate like 5-pound springs. So I've done some roll racing and some like playing with some buddies on it. So that's why I'm kind of curious of what it runs on wastegate. So I think tomorrow night the first pass will be on wastegate only. Second pass, I want to put a little ramp in it to see how the AMS acts now that I rewired some stuff and put a switch panel in it. So I just want to put a small ramp, make sure the AMS acts right. And then I think the third pass, put a little bit in it, see if it can 60, see if my settings are still the same, see if the chassis acts the same with the cage, see if it acts any different. And then maybe the fourth pass at the end of the night, put like a 490 in it and see if it goes down. But it all depends on track conditions, how many people are there. It's a public test and tune night, so I have a feeling that it's going to be pretty busy. So that's the plan, man. I hope that we can get out of testing, come home, load it, wash it, do a once over, do my little Motion Raceworks checklist, and then put it right back in there with some fuel and head down the creek. So I think we're good. Trans, I don't think I know I talked about it in a few videos. So Power by the Hour, Jake Long did the trans. Wasn't a secret, wasn't purposely being kept. I wanted to make sure it got done. He did what I needed him to do. I got it back. It worked. The last thing I wanted to do is document, hey, the trans is going here and it's getting this done. And then if you follow me and you see all of a sudden a week later I'm pulling the trans back out, or I'm on here saying the first drive went to shit, the last thing I would want to do is hurt his reputation. So Power by the Hour did it. Jake did it. I like working with them because they're kind of one-on-one with Lund. He does all John Lund's trans. He does the trans in Grey Goose. So now I have a trans builder that's on the same page as my tuner. And if anything happens at World Cup or testing and there's any kind of trans issues, they can communicate between the two of them without even me involved and can kind of decipher what the problem is. I'm just the driver and the builder at this point of the car. So I like the aspect of knowing that now between them two, they can talk about it, and hopefully there's no problems. Hopefully there's nothing to talk about. That would be ideal. But Jake was absolutely cool to deal with, super understanding and very relaxed dude, and I can't say enough that he got it in and out of his shop in 3 days and got it back to me. There was more time in transit than there was with him building the trans. So he did clutches, he did a new front pump, he did a bushing upgrade, he did the billet input shaft, and might be it. And then, of course, we went back through everything that has already been done in the trans and made sure everything was still good to go. And he gave the A-OK on all of it. So big shout out to Jake. Big shout out to Brett. I wouldn't be here or have this trans without Brett to begin with, but I appreciate Jake stepping up and getting it done. And Power by the Hour is kind of the ones that are still diving into this 6R stuff and trying to progress and help Daniel and Blue Streak get it going. So I feel like I'm in a good spot now. So Power by the Hour did the trans. Turbo's still the same, motor's still the same. Suspension, of course, is all Kelly stuff. Just a fresh trans. I'm excited to go, and we know the motor's good. It's always been good. I'm excited to go on a fresh trans. Really don't have too many passes on the turbos, so we know they're good. We know the chassis works and the car works, so I think we got a good combination to head down to the biggest race of my racing career, if you will. Biggest race in the country. So that is it, man. I don't know if anybody's followed me on Instagram or Facebook, but we weighed it. Not last night, but the night before with me in it. It is right on the money at like 35.20. So we have to be 35.50 for World Cup, and we're at 35.20. By the time that I suit up, I usually race on half a tank, so now I can maybe fill the tank up because we know that these factory tanks and the 4 fuel systems like to have more than enough fuel to not starve it or not be any kind of weird sloshing or whatever. So I have a feeling that once I suit up, put the helmet on, put a full tank in it, I think we should be right on the money at 35.50. Worst case, I have 30 pounds of ballast that I can put anywhere. I got some bar clamps. We could put it inside, or we could put it up on the K-member to maybe keep the front end down. But I like the percentages right now being 55 in the front and 45 in the rear. So everything is good. Me and my buddies we're praying the manifold holds up. If not, we will be bringing an 18 manifold with us, another plastic intake manifold just in case, but we're praying that the plastic manifold holds up. We're all ready to go, man. If I had to guess, I think the rear goes first. I think the 3 weakest parts are the axles, the rear, and the manifold. Axles are drop shaft shop 2,000 horsepower axles, but we all know that anything can break. So if I had to list them in order of weakest to most weakest to least weakest, if that's even a word, I would say rear 1, manifold 2, axles 3. So we're going to take an extra rear with us. We're going to take an extra manifold with us. We're going to take some stock axles with us. I plan to, it's probably too late, but I plan to try to call Drive Shaft Shop tomorrow. I know they're going to be at the event. I plan to try to call them and say, hey, just in case you might have a potential sale, bring some axles with you. Don't really have an option for a rear other than Lee C Parts, kind of like a part out guy local to me. He's got a shitload of them. So worst case, I could always shoot over to him and buy another stock rear. And then the manifold, I'm sure somebody could sell me some baller billet one at the track, but I don't know how my piping and stuff would line up. So we'll rock the stock ones for as long as possible. People like to jump on the Boss intake manifolds, so I'm sure everybody has a ton of stock manifolds in their basement that they're not doing nothing with. So won't be hard to find one of those. I just hope if the manifold goes, it doesn't mess up my hood or it doesn't do any damage to the body. Like, I don't know, I just picture it like blowing through the hood and seeing it fly over the car down the track. So hopefully that's not the case. But I guess I'm just expecting the worst. None of it could go. Or the trans, or the motor could go. And I'm not even talking about the real parts that could break. I'm assuming that the weakest parts are the weakest, and really they're not. So we'll see what happens. First step, though, is making sure it fits in the trailer. I really don't want to cut off that bottom step, but I will if need be. Got some fresh tires on it, but I know Mickey Thompson will be there. Worst case, need to put some tires on it. They will be there. That poor manifold. It's such a micro record that I'm sure nobody really keeps track of, but I don't know if anybody has pushed a factory non-boost proofed manifold like I'm about to push it. So yeah, I agree. Trans should be solid. Jake knows his shit. John knows his shit, and I don't think that John would use Jake if Jake did know his shit. So between the two of them, I feel like the combo speaks for itself of Jake and Power by the Hour knowing exactly what these trans need to make it happen. So it's got the Bellic Industries on it, I guess like Series 2 or something. I know they got like 3 series, but it's got the super expensive for no reason. I mean, they're a nice wheel and they fit right, but the price tag on them is crazy. So it's got the Bellics on it. All right, well, that about covers everything. Try to get this thing in the trailer. I will maybe give an update on Saturday of how testing went. I don't know exactly who's going to the track with me tomorrow as far as how many people to know if I can get some videos. It would be nice. So if I get some videos, I'll do an actual video because I've been kind of spoiled with the lives and how easy it is to just go live and save it. But if there's someone willing to take a video tomorrow, I'll try to actually make an actual upload and put it all together and edit it and try to get it up. I am going to be sitting in the RV for 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, doing nothing other than working remotely. So it wouldn't be too hard to try to get an actual video up. So we'll see. Everybody wish me luck. Appreciate everybody following, liking, commenting. I know the lives haven't got too much traffic, but it's been just a way for me to update everybody because I absolutely suck at editing and putting stuff together. So. Also, too, the event, everybody knows any way that they can make money possible, they do. So it is live streamed on flowracing.com, and you got to sign up. I don't know how much it is. I've heard like $100, but I thought that was for like a year. Maybe you can subscribe just for the event. I'm not sure, but flowracing.com will have imports versus domestics live streamed, testing, qualifying, eliminations. So anybody that can't make it out, try to get on there and check it out. It'd be cool to have some people watching specifically for me and watch a Wild Street race. So it'd be pretty cool. Everybody check it out. If I have a way to go live while I'm there or drive around the pits or, get some videos up, I definitely will. I know I've seen in the past that some people stand out in the stands and try to go live and they get their videos taken down or whatever. So definitely don't want to be that guy, but I will try to do my best. So, all right, I'll keep you guys updated, see what happens testing. Hopefully this thing gets it done. See you guys.